My question, Senator, many of my friends in the blogosphere feel that for most of your career you've been a prisoner of financial interests who are among your major contributors, and that this is a very late conversion on your part. How do you respond to that?
Well, because it's not true. There were 6 of us who fought the Bankruptcy Act years ago. That's not even new. There was a handful of them. I wrote all the legislation about requiring the credit card industry to put on their documents what exactly was going to be the cost and things involved. So I'm happy to go back and look at the record. Now look, I've been for public financing of campaigns since the day I was elected to public office. I would change this system in a New York minute if I could, because I worry about deeply the cost of these things and narrowing the pool of people. So I got to raise money. Do I like it? No. Do I wish there were an alternative? You bet I do. But the fact of the matter is, it isn't going to change between now and next November, unfortunately. In fact, make it worse with the Supreme Court decision that may come out in the next few days that allows corporations to fund individual candidates. Wait for that to happen. Right? So the fact that I had to raise money to run for office, I don't think anybody can ever point to a single bill or a single vote. I hope they can. I can't. I would never. That ever a vote I've ever cast was going to take it because of a campaign. Did I raise some money? Yeah, I raised money. To go out and fight for things I believe in. I come from the good. I'm for the public option. Would you expect a senator from Connecticut? You know, they got the bankruptcy stuff. You know, we fought that for 6 years. I said it was 6 of us, or 12 of us, 6 years. So I'll match up my record. I see that line everywhere, and it makes me angry because there's nothing that supports it, other than people see campaign contributions. And I admit I've raised money, but did I want to do it that way? No, absolutely not.
But Senator, there is a backdrop that we all feel that corporations and lobbyists have way too much influence over D.C. And I don't think that's made up. I think we really feel that an awful lot of folks, we send down there and start representing corporate interests over the people's interests, and there is this backdrop where I understand we can't get the money out of politics.
That's one of the reasons why we worry about reconciliation, because at that point in the process, usually lobbyists have say in the legislation, and we don't, because it goes behind closed doors where we don't get to talk anymore about it.
You know, I obviously have supported all the various reforms trying to limit this. Getting lobbied doesn't bother. That's a First Amendment right. It's whether or not you have the intestinal fortitude to say no.
As you're taking your money, that's what's the big difference.
That's a big difference.
I mean, I think it was Senator Ted Kennedy who said that. I mean, it's okay to take their money as long as you can say no. You know, take the money in this hand, and say, when you vote, you say no. And it's not the system. I'm sure that 90% of people in Congress like, but that's the system.
And that's the tragedy of this. You know, today, look at the cost. This idea that people self-finance. There's something very pernicious to me about having an end up with a group of people serving in elected office who just are there totally because they've got the capacity to write a check. All right,
and I hate to be the bad guy, but we
got
to get going.
But in a sense, I need people because they make this kind of accident. It infuriates me because I am proud of the fact over the 30 years I've been in the Senate that I've stood up day after day, whether it's going back to the wars in El Salvador and Central America. I mean, I got a long list. I've been accused of a lot of things. And this is the latest one, and one's that befuddled me the most, because there's no merit to it whatsoever.